Hey guys, this is Oculin, Benjamin Yoder, one of the three, whichever you would wish to call me. And if you didn't see, not sure when this is going to go up, but last night, as of recording, but maybe a day or two before. Yeah, anyways, so yeah, PSP 2 was announced as NGP, and Next Generation Portable, which I believe they said is just a code name, because after 3 years into its life cycle, that wouldn't make much sense. But essentially, it's a PS3 in your pocket. And really, the question here is whether the NGP can take on the 3DS, because the PSP wasn't exactly a failure. It was actually probably one of the closest systems to actually taking down Nintendo from its throne. But it still didn't do all that well. It's moved over 30 million units, I think, in terms of hardware. But in software, it was always kind of iffy. I mean, there's great software there, but yeah. And so the DS always just kind of was on top. And now Sony gets to try again. And really, it seems like this is both Sony making a bad move, but at the same time, it actually might work, if that makes sense. Essentially, it seems like they're just trying pretty much the same formula they did with the PSP. Better visuals. Throwing on that second analog stick on there. It's just pretty much improved over the PSP, and yeah, there's a lot of other little features here and there, just like with any other upgrade. With the exception of the touchpad on the back of the system. The only reason I'm not really sure about that yet is I absolutely have no idea how it will work. It's kind of like on the back of the system where you touch it, and I just don't know how that will work in a actual game. It could be something that just takes off, and we get all these games based around that, or it could be something like the DS's microphone, where no one uses it except for Nintendo, and then when they do use it, it's extremely annoying. But the reason why I say it might work for Sony this time is basically the steps Nintendo is taking. You look at the 3DS, and it's not exactly the most affordable system out there now. It's a $249.99 price tag, which isn't too terribly expensive, but that's where the PSP launched, and the original DS launched at $149.99. And so there isn't really that low-cost system other than the DS, which I'm sure 3 years into the life cycle of both the 3DS and the PSP2 or NGP, that thing will still be selling. But another big thing that really is really changing, not even just the Nintendo side, but the entire portable market, is the App Store, where most of the casual players who might have bought a DS back in the early years of the system are going to their iPhone. They just take out their iPhone. Oh, bye. I have a game, and you don't have to worry about carrying a system around with you. You don't have to worry about paying all this money. And most of the games on there for $1, and it usually satisfies whatever your need is. There are some more deep experiences on it, but it isn't exactly on anything on the level that you would see on DS or PSP yet. But yeah, that whole casual market's kind of slipping away right now, it seems. And so the dedicated portable gaming market just seems to be getting smaller. And some might argue, oh, well, the DS and the PSP2 are going to have, PSN, 3DS, whatever we call it, eStore. But really, they haven't really. I mean, Nintendo and Sony hasn't really proved that those can succeed yet. And it's really just a big question mark at this moment. If they do happen to take off, you never know. It might be the next App Store. But I highly doubt it, because you have to take this whole other portable device and take it with you, where your phone's that you always have your phone on you. But yeah, with the whole casual market sliding off, and the 3DS not exactly being the affordable platform anymore, well, for right now, until the price drops, of course. Um, it's a much more even playing field, it seems. We haven't heard the PSP or NGP's price point yet, and maybe it's going to be like, oh my god, mind blowing expensive, or it could be around the same price as the 3DS. But it seems like right now it's just going to be core gamers versus core gamers, which is always how launches start. But it, with the casual market going over to App Store, it seems like that whole bump in the DS that really shot it up might not exactly happen. It might stay pretty even through the life cycle, or maybe one will take off and leave the other behind completely. You never know. But yeah, so I think Sony's got a chance. Got a chance. But only time will tell.